I'm TiRease Holmes in the NewsWatch newsroom. Coming up next, a beauty pageant you won't believe. I'm TiRease Holmes in Beverly Hills, where the stars come out to honor a legend. Jam at Tappo and Cochran, where the murder took place. Take a look at this composite sketch police just released. They believe the suspect is still in the area. I'm TiRease Holmes in Van Nuys, where a popular dance instructor is behind bars. I'll tell you why, coming up. Those stories and more, next on NewsWatch. Good evening, I'm TiRease Holmes in the NewsWatch newsroom. Our top story tonight, the arrest of a dance teacher who faces sexual assault charges. Joseph Sheck has trained hundreds of dancers, but police say he went too far with some of his clients. Police want you to take a good look at this mugshot. This is Joseph Sheck, who was arrested last night for allegedly sexually assaulting several women at this Granada Hills Performing Arts Center. Nelson Martinez, who works nearby, said he's glad Sheck is behind bars.
I'm disgusted to know that someone like that is, is working across the street from this facility. But it's a shame.
Sheck is the co-owner and teacher of the Performing Arts Center. It's where police say he threatened to blackball aspiring artists if they did not have sex with him. Police released this mugshot because they believe there are other victims they hope will come forward.
He was basically telling them, he's going to intimidate them and tell them you're never going to work if you don't submit to my advances.
Police say the majority of the attacks didn't happen here at the center, but about 2 miles away in Sheck's bedroom. No one opened the door at Sheck's home in Granada Hills, but retired neighbor Robert Consolos told me he never noticed anything strange at the house.
You see this on TV all the time. You never thought it was going to happen in my neighborhood, but I guess it happens everywhere. I'm really shocked. So I'm going to keep my eyes open, though.
Sheck will be arraigned tomorrow morning. In other news, actress Ruby Dee shined bright last night in Beverly Hills. She was honored for her work and her spirit. I talked with Ruby Dee about her life on the big screen. From Warren G to Della Reese, these are some of the biggest stars in Tinseltown and music. But they're out tonight all paying homage to one screen legend, Ruby Dee. How do you feel about Ruby's first Oscar nomination?
I think it's too late. It should have been, she should have 5 or 6 of them by now.
Supporting Ruby Dee for her award, and it's lovely.
Black Enterprise magazine honored Dee as its 2008 Person of the Year. Along with her Oscar-nominated performance in the movie American Gangster, Dee was also honored for her work in civil rights and world peace. Dee says acting and activism is in her blood.
There's so many fascinating ways that changes are happening, and you want the arts to reflect that, and that's what I want to be a part of. And so I'm writing more, and there's another kind of sensitivity coming into the work from a lot of people, and the new people coming on the scene making such a big difference, I think.
For the celebrities, it's not just about the fame and fortune, but it's also about the history.
Just to be here this evening to honor an icon, Ruby Dee, someone who has done substantive work practically all of her career, who has not really been recognized in the way that she should have been. It's a real honor to be here with her this evening.
For actors like Lisa Raye, who watched Dee from childhood, just being in the same room is an honor.
This is at the top. This is like that nod that everyone is waiting for, and she's gotten it. So hats off. I'm just glad to be here to salute her.
Dee says she dedicates all of her work to her late husband, Ozzie Davis. Well, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you for watching NewsWatch. I'm TiRease Holmes. Have a good night. It's a beauty pageant for drag queens, and it's all for a good cause. These beauty queens are really a bunch of guys who know how to strut their stuff. The pageant is a fundraiser for the Aid for AIDS Foundation.
Everybody's a winner.
The foundation raised more than $900,000. From the NewsWatch newsroom, I'm TiRease Holmes.